Hello everyone, what's happening? You're here with me on the Alright, try again. Hello everyone, what's happening? You're here with me, Dave, on the Empire, and it's time for us to do a technology review. For the last couple of weeks, I've been having a play with the latest in the HP Envy line of laptops. This is the HP Envy x360 Convertible. This is a 13.3-inch 1080p screen, AMD Ryzen 5 APU powered convertible laptop device. The convertibility in it comes in the form that you can have it as a standard clamshell laptop, or you can fold it all the way around and turn it into a full touchscreen enabled tablet device just by doing that. It has 11 points of touch on the screen, it has full auto rotate, it does everything that you would expect a fully fledged tablet to do, and then if you flip it back around, it becomes a very nice touchscreen enabled laptop. As well as all that, HP have supplied the active stylus as a peripheral with this machine. The active stylus itself is based off of Wacom technology. It has a hard plastic top that goes straight onto the Corning Gorilla Glass covered screen, so you don't get any scratches or anything like that. It has thousands of levels of pressure sensitivity, and it works with a lot of the modern art packages. Now, I am a terrible artist, but I did install Autodesk Sketchbook Pro to have a little bit of a play with it, and actually it's really impressive just how easy it is to use this in a creative sense. And yeah, I'm a big fan of the whole stylus-driven digital art type thing. I'm just not very good at it. Now, looking at the laptop itself, along the back of the device you have no ports. Obviously, you've got your funky double hinges so that you can do your full fold around with it. If you look on the left-hand side of the device, you'll see that there is a USB-A 3.0 slot. There is a combined headphone and microphone slot so that it will work with headsets from your mobile devices, your Androids, your iPhones, well, not the new ones, but you get the idea. It's also got the power button, and it also has the exhaust vent for the small slimline fan and radiator to cool that APU down. On the other side of the device, you will see that there is a USB 3.0 Type A slot. There is also a USB-C slot, and there is finally the volume rocker. One thing I do like about the volume rocker is, depending on how the screen is rotated, it will change which rock increases volume and decreases volume. The way it works out is that basically, however you have the screen set up, pushing up always increases the volume and pushing down always decreases the volume. It's a cool small touch which I'm happy to see implemented, and I just thought it was quite nice. At the front of the device itself, you have the Bang & Olufsen audio. This is a sound bar. It produces really loud audio, which is very clear up until about 65% volume. Then I found that it started to get a little bit distorted, particularly if you're playing music or you're sort of watching a movie. However, at even 60% volume, it was clear and loud. It was really loud. In fact, it was impressively loud. I was able to fill a room, about this size, and could hear it quite clearly from the other side without sort of having to give anything up. Obviously, it's a relatively small screen, so you won't ever really be that far away from it if you are, through there. But certainly, you could turn it up enough to annoy everyone on your commute if you really wanted to. The keyboard is backlit, chiclet style, and I believe that the keys are slightly bigger than I have used on other laptops, because I kept fudging it when I was trying to type very quickly at first, but after a wee while I got used to it, and now I don't know if I can go back. The touchpad is also really nice on this one. It is wide, it is not too tall, it is lovely and tactile and clicky. It does all the good things. It supports multi-touch functions on it as well. It is an aluminium unibody. It is small, it is light. The screen is a 1080p 13.3-inch IPS panel. It is very nice to look at. On top of the screen, you have your standard webcam and your microphone array for your sort of your Skyping or your video conferencing type tools. But you also have two infrared cameras because this device supports Windows Hello as part of the the latest set of feature updates to Windows 10 Home. What it will do is it will take an infrared or 3D impression of your face, and then it will use that to log you into your desktop when you flip open the device and turn it on. Now I'm going to talk general performance for a minute here because this thing is fast, and that is certainly in part due to all the hardware that has been chosen for it, but it's also how it's been put together. It has an AMD Ryzen 5 2500U APU. That includes an integrated Vega 8 graphics chip, as well as the quad-core 8-thread processor that makes up the Ryzen 5. It runs at 2 GHz by default, but can turbo up to 3.6 GHz, and it also has 16 gigs of DDR4 memory, as well as a 256 GB NVMe based SSD. Now that is the fastest class of SSDs that you can get at the moment, and that's where a lot of the speed of this device comes from, if I'm completely honest. It is so quick and so responsive that you will push the power button, look at the screen for a few seconds, and you'll be on your desktop. It is literally that fast, and I think it's brilliant and I love it, and I wish every computer were like this. So from a day-to-day performance aspect, there is absolutely nothing to complain about with this device. It is fast, it is responsive, it will do very, very well on all of your day-to-day tasks. We did do some benchmarking for things like office and productivity, and also for some of your light creative tasks, particularly around your your image editing and the other things that would be really, really well suited for a touchscreen and active stylus based device. It scored, according to PC Mark 8, about sort of mid-range for all of the things that it was tested against, but that was on battery and using conventional and not graphics accelerated testing mechanisms. You add the graphics acceleration into it and it starts to sort of creep up into the 65–70% range because it is being supplied additional processing power by that GPU as part of the whole APU package. It's quite cool. From a personal use case scenario, I really can't complain about it. You click on a thing, the thing opens, you can start typing. It is that quick. With regards to the image editing software that I put on there, I mentioned I put Autodesk Sketchbook Pro. The active stylus registers a lot of different pressure and direction variations on any input that you have. The screen is covered with Corning Gorilla Glass as well, so it is highly scratch resistant, which is great. And the device itself was just a real pleasure to use on a day-to-day basis. Let's talk gaming. This is not a gaming machine. The end. Now, I'm probably going to have to say a little bit more than just that, but at its heart, if you are looking to do gaming, you should not buy this device as a gaming device. It can, thanks to its Vega 8 GPU, do some light gaming, but it cannot run at reasonable qualities or frame rates games like Rise of the Tomb Raider, like Forza Motorsport 7, like any of your modern AAA titles in any realistic scenario. There is of course an entire array of Steam indie games that it can play quite happily. I was smashing away some Dead Cells and a few other games on this. Now we also put it through the 3D Mark benchmarking suite. The Firestrike 1080p demo came back with an average of 7 frames per second and a total score of 1300. This is not a gaming machine. Now this laptop is available in the New Zealand market for about 1900 New Zealand dollars. If you are looking for an all-purpose laptop slash tablet slash creative type device, this is a very compelling package. It has a high build quality, an excellent screen, the keyboard and everything about it is really, really nice. It's very portable. 13.3 inches is a good size for this type of device. And if you fold it back on itself, it is a highly capable laptop. It is a highly capable tablet as well as a laptop. When you weigh this machine up against its competitors such as the Lenovo Yoga and of course things like the Microsoft Surface range as well, I believe that it sits sort of in the mid-range there, which is, in terms of price anyway, a really good spot for it. I believe that the build quality is among the best, and the offering of it as a device as well is one that will make a lot of people very happy. I'm going to give this one 8 out of 10. I think it is a very capable, multi-purpose device that, whilst it is not necessarily suited for gaming, has never really been what it is about. And it can handle pretty much any of your common tasks with absolute ease, and it will look good doing it. So, hey, anyway, if you like this review, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down. And if you're hanging around to this part in the video, if you haven't already, do give us a subscribe, give us a comment, let us know what you thought about it, let us know what you would change. We want to keep doing these types of reviews, and obviously we only have the kit for a limited amount of time, so the more feedback you can give us and the more you can watch it and tell your friends to watch it, the more likely we are to be able to do it at the same time next time. So thanks very much for checking this review out. As always, I was your resident tech and gaming guy Dave, you were on the Empire, and until the next time, I will see you.